Welcome back, everybody. I appreciate y'all joining me. Today, I think we're going to get into a little grease work. I'm going to try not to get more grease on myself than I do on the tractor, but that don't always happen. So anyway, got a few things here I was going to show you that I typically use in greasing the tractor, and just more kind of in some of the past videos I've gone over a little bit about the grease points on the loader, but this is more of the grease points on the CK 3510 or any of the CK series tractors, and it may apply to several of the other ones as well as the actual grease zerks on the tractor itself. So we'll get in there and look at those, and then I'll show you a few other little things I like to use as lubrication materials for some of the other areas that don't necessarily have a zerk. So let's get in close and take a look. So right here I've got the 18-volt Ryobi grease gun. Now, don't get on me too hard for not having the Milwaukee or DeWalt, but I have to say that so far, and I don't remember exactly what the Ryobi cost, but it was, I'm sure, significantly less than the other ones. I've had it 2 years now, and so far it's done well. Haven't had any troubles with it. But if you know, as many Zerks as these things have on them, having that battery grease gun is a bonus. But the one thing that is a real bonus is the lock and lube fitting on the end of it here. That lock and lube fitting is a must in my mind. It works great. You can just clamp that thing right on there. You know, you got the little fingers that come out on the end there, and basically you don't even have to hold it on there. Works great. That's the model, the particular one I got there. What is it? GC8 1011. I can't remember. Maybe 20-30 bucks. I don't remember exactly what it was, but that works super great. I was a little worried. I had read some stuff on some of the tractor forums about some of the different ones they buy, Harbor Freight or whatever, would not fit into the the little recessed area where some of these Zerks are, especially like on the loader. But this is no problem. This one goes right in there with no problem. All right, and then I'm using the Shell Rotella multi-purpose lithium grease. That's just what I got at Tractor Supply. Yeah, I don't know that it really matters a lot. This is what is it? NLGI2 lithium grease. I'm pretty sure any brand of grease you use, any grease is better than no grease. So just general purpose grease should do the job. This is something I've used a little bit, this fluid film. It's a corrosion prevention product. I've used it on this tractor a little bit, on some of the linkages down below, as well as on my other tractor and all the farming kind of vehicles. This is something I really like, this WD-40 dry lube. Because anything that you put where that grease is going to be exposed, or oil or WD-40 or whatever, it's going to attract dirt and dust, because environment from the tractors, there's no way getting around that. So this dry lube works really good. And there's just a little can of grease, Tractor Supply, Traveler, anywhere I might need to dab a little extra grease on with a ice cream stick or a tongue depressor or something like that, just to spread some on, like on the pallet forks up front, to get them to slide good. I'll do that across that front rail of the pallet forks. So all right, well, let's get up front on the tractor. There's not but a few fittings, so this won't take long. I'm not really going to do the loader. I'll show you what's on the loader, but I've just recently greased that. But this is more about greasing, the Zerks on the tractor. So right here under the front, right there, we've got a Zerk. So that's, I think, like the front axle pivot, and then you got another one right back there, just behind the axle. It's the rear pivot. So let's see if we can get a little bit of grease in those. Alright, now he's got to have you a good rag for the situation. Alright, the old lock and lube. It only takes a few squirts. Don't have to go excessive with it. got those. Okay, now this next one might be a little bit more tricky to get to. Okay, yeah, so we're under the passenger side, so to speak, or the right rear wheel here. And I don't know if you can see that. I got the white. There's a little Zerk right up there. That's for the control linkage and control handle and everything for the 3-point lift. So let's see if we can get the lock and lube. Alright, I'm not sure how well you'll be able to see that, but this is where the lock and lube fitting comes in real handy, because it's hard to get up in there and hold on to that thing. So let's see if this will work. Oh yeah. Alright. So that's got those 3 done. Alright, and around back here, everybody may not have these. There are 2 more here. This is the link arm adjuster that I changed out with the factory one that was, you know, the turnbuckle style. So you can see we got a grease fitting on the inside there, and then one out here. Even if you still have the turnbuckle one, it's probably not a bad idea to hit that, you know, the threads on that thing with some WD-40 or some of that dry lubricant like I was showing. Wouldn't be a bad idea. But and I think the manual calls for these grease fittings on the tractor to be greased about every 50 hours or so, unlike the loader. I think we want to do those about every 10 hours. All right, let's see if we can get these 2 done. Okay. Alright, I've got a little excess grease running out here. Let's clean that up. Alright, it's got those. Now, as far as I know, that's all the grease zerks. The owner's manual mentions something about the top link connector or whatever. And I don't know if they're just talking about throwing a little grease in there. I don't see any kind of Zerks. So that might be, not really sure why you would need to put any in there anyway. And it also mentions in the owner's manual about greasing the brake pedal and the brake pedal lever. There again, I'm not seeing any grease fittings. You know, I could be missing something. I don't know. Stick my hand all up in there. Yeah, there's some linkages there we might can spray, but I don't really see any grease fittings. But we're going to take this dry lubricant and at least shoot a little bit on the linkage points we got under here, just to make everything work smoothly. These are all these little pivot points. Like here as well. Okay, and we'll do the same thing for the hydrostatic pedals. You know, you got all your linkage stuff here, which has quite a few mechanisms and pivot points here. Sort of spray all those down a little bit. Okay, sort of move them back and forth a little bit, make sure we got everything there. But yeah, I really like this dry lubricant. It just doesn't attract so much dirt. Okay, if we go around to the other side, we do have the linkage underneath here. Yeah, and we can spray these joints with some of this dry WD-40 spray. I think that'll hurt anything. So anyway, that does it for that. Okay, and one other area underneath that I like to get a little of this WD-40 lube is, you see the four-wheel drive lever right there, and the differential pedal. So let's get underneath right here, kind of behind the left side. Tire and fender right up in there are all linkages involved with that. So I like to just give those a little spray as well, just to make things, you know, shift nice and easy. And I believe also involved in that as well is the gear shift lever that you know, selects your ranges. I believe that's this one right up here, if you can see that gold looking rod there. So you know, it definitely does not hurt to spray all that stuff, and just makes it shift nice and easy. Alright, so anyway, I believe that covers all the moving, shifting linkages, so to speak. Alright, and then right up front here on the skid steer mechanisms, I like to take some of this dry lubricant, hit the mechanism there down, you know, where the little bolts actually go through the hole. It doesn't hurt to keep that lubed up a little bit. There we go. And one other place right here that I like to put a little of this WD-40 dry lube is in the loader leveler tube here, just to keep that thing lubricated good. I don't know that it's really necessary, but I don't think it can hurt anything. So yeah, anyway, it's just another point I like to put a little lube in there. But yeah, this stuff right here, I really like it. Says it's dust and dirt resistant, so for you know, great for use with table saws, drills, lathes. But you know, I think it what more you know, better environment than a tractor as far as dust and dirt. So you know, if it keeps it from getting all grimy and gooped up, I think it'll work out pretty well. Okay, and as far as I can see, that's all that I think that really needs, you know, lubricating every now and then. If you know something I'm missing, please leave it in the comments. But yeah, definitely want to try to do that about every 50 hours. And what I was saying earlier about the can of grease, I like to, you know, take old paintbrush or something, or just ice cream stick, and slap some on this pallet forks, you know, on the rail there. So it just makes that, when you get ready to adjust your pallet forks, just makes it a lot easier to slide back and forth. But then of course here, as I said not long ago, grease that, but you got two right there, you got two right there, and then 4 down here. So 8 grease Zerks on each side of the loader. So you definitely want to keep those you know, about every 10 hours. And as I said before, this lock and lube, I was a little bit worried. In fact, I think I want to say I bought one from Harbor Freight, and it would not fit into this recessed hole here. But you can see the you know, lock and lube one fits right in there. So no problems there. Yeah, I really like whoever made that lock and lube thing. Best thing since sliced bread. But anyway, I think that's going to about wrap it up for this one. But yeah, be sure keep those grease fittings checked, and you know, a little grease in there and in. Like I said, any grease is better than no grease. Very important to the longevity of your tractor, you know, especially with all these moving parts and everything. All right, well, thank y'all for joining me. Hope everybody's doing well. I really appreciate you watching and commenting. If you get a chance, click that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you have, I really appreciate it. Okay, we'll catch you next time. Thank you.